Who's that handsome guy? You're so handsome. Let's come over and say hi. There he is. Say hello. Oh. There he is. Oh, that's Oscar. Yes, it is. Hi everybody, welcome to Mondays with Mark. I'm Mark and we are on Smokey Steve and Marc. Oh yes we are. Howdy, how are you? Oh man, is it great to see you. I know I say that all the time, but I was thinking, like in all honesty, like it's totally the truth. I really mean it. I really look forward to especially Mondays with Mark, but really all of the videos and checking in with you folks and everything. It does bring me a lot of comfort. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why, but it does. It's kind of like chatting with an old friend. So welcome or welcome back. It's fantastic to see you. And look at this. Look who just came up. Hello. Wow. I know. Yes. There, he said hello. That's cool. Very good. Oh, we have a great episode for you tonight. So we are sticking with our fall theme, of course, because it's autumn. Woohoo! Love it. Anyway, we are going to be heading into the kitchen and we're going to make a pumpkin gelate and we're going to make some homemade maple spiced whipped cream. Oh yeah. And then of course we need something to put the gelate on. So I have a fantastic autumn DIY cake stand for you too. Okay, but first we need to talk about some business, right? Right. No, not really. I'm just kidding. But a couple things I did want to say, First of all, thank you everyone who stopped by our live last night. We do our live stream every Sunday at 6 o'clock, and everybody is welcome, and we would love to see you there. Love. And it would love to see you there, right? Okay, and so I if you watch last Wednesday's video, I was just happy about how I got caught up on all my messages and emails and everything. Well, since that time, I got behind again, and this does come with an apology because I mentioned I don't have it with me in front of me here, do I? No, I don't. Maybe I have it in my bag, but I mentioned the CBD products. Okay, and there were a lot of comments and there were some questions that came in email that I did not get to answer, so I do apologize for that. Let me get on that right now, okay? So these were the gummies, and then I have the snaps here too. There we go. And the balm. Okay, so I just wanted to answer a couple questions because they were all pretty much the same, two of them. And one of them was, can you explain to me what the CBD balm is, and do you use it just like regular balm? And yes, that is true. It is just like, say, Bengay or Icy Hot, one of those type of things, but it is made with CBD. And these cards are really cool from this company. They're called Snap cards, and all you do, I hate to do it, but I'll do it. You just see, snap it open, and there's enough product in here for one body part, like your neck or your knee or your back or something like that. And they also have them in bottles too. But yes, it's the same as that, and it works. And then the question on the gummies were, how many do you take a day? And it's recommended on the bottle that you take 1 to 2 a day. I personally take 1. I usually take mine in the afternoon, about 3-ish or so, when I'm starting to get a little sluggish or when I feel like kind of like my mood is going down a little bit, and it helps with that. So that answers those questions. And I where the apology comes in is that I said I was going to post it on Facebook for you, the link, so you could just click it and do some investigating. I will do that tomorrow for sure, or like right after I'm done videotaping, but I'll do that. I'll also put the link back in the description below, so you don't have to go hunting for it again. And I'm not, you're trying to sell a product or anything like that. What my hope is that for those of you, and there are quite a few folks who are interested, it might like cut down on trying all the different brands out there and everything, because we tried, I counted them, and we tried 7 different companies, and we did land on this company. For multiple things. The company itself, they're very friendly. Their customer service is friendly. They answer any questions you have. They're very personable. The cost, CBD products are quite pricey, and this is right along the lines with other CBD products, if not a little bit less. So maybe you don't have to do so much, sleuthing around, if you want to try this. They have samples, they have full-size products, all that kind of stuff. And like, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just trying to give you some information about it, because it really worked for me. It helped a lot. And you guys know I have RA, and I've tried a lot of products, and these ones did work for me, okay? So I'll put that link down in the description, and I'll put it on Facebook again, okay? And, oh, in full transparency, I do get 25%, not commission? No, it's not commission. It's like off of my next purchase. Just so you know. I mean, I'm not, I'd put it up even if I didn't get that, but I just so you know, Anyway, all right, so that's out of the way. I think that was it. I think that's all that we wanted to talk about today. Yeah, that's all the businessy kind of stuff. So let's get on with the fun stuff, all right? So, like I said, we are going to be making a pumpkin gelate today. So, what is a gelate? Like galette, gelate, however you want to pronounce it. Think of it as a French style pastry. It's like a free-form crust, usually very rustic in appearance, like a pie, except for it's flat. The term itself, gelette, comes from the term galette, and that means flat cake. So you bake this on a cookie sheet, as opposed to baking it in, say, a pie pan. So I think that pretty much tells you what it is. They can be savory or sweet. They're super easy to make. They're a lot easier to make than, say, a traditional pie, so to speak, okay? I think if you try it, you're going to be hooked. You're going to like it, because they are very easy, and they do make a good impression, too. So I'm going to stop yapping away. Let's go into the kitchen, all right? All right, come on. Okay, I promised you a pumpkin gelate, and that's what we're going to make. All right, so what do you need for this recipe? First of all, you will need a 9-inch pie crust, all right? So if you want to save some time, just buy the store brand, whatever, in the refrigerated section. Those pie crusts are fantastic. They really, really are. Or you can make your own homemade pie crust if you'd like. You need enough for one 9-inch round. I have mine all ready to go here, okay? And we'll get back to that later. You also need 1 can of pumpkin, okay? And you're going to want pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling. You want pureed pumpkin, pure, okay? In addition to that, you'll need 3 large eggs, all right? And let's see, we'll need 2/3 of a cup of sugar, okay? We will need some salt, some vanilla. You'll also need some maple syrup. I would recommend getting the 100% pure maple syrup. You'll need about a total of 1/4 of a cup of that, okay? Let's see, in addition, did I get it all? Oh, in addition to that, you might want some sanding sugar, okay? And that's optional. We'll get to that later. You also need some heavy whipping cream, all right? And this size is perfect, but if you have more, like if you get the larger side, you're going to need about 3/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, okay? You also need some of your homemade pumpkin pie seasoning. And I say homemade because we made this on the last Mondays with Marc, right? So you have yours all ready to go. All right, so pumpkin pie seasoning it is. All right, okay, let's get started, all right? So, like I said, I have my crust all ready to go here. I have it rolled out and set to go. Now, a little tip, do it on a piece of parchment paper, okay? Because, like I said, the difference between a gelate and a pie is that this is like flat. You don't make it in a pie pan. We're going to bake this on a cookie sheet, okay? So, I have this all ready to go, and it's just a standard pie crust rolled out, ready to go, and I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, all right? So now, I'm just going to move this out of the way for one moment. You're going to get a bowl and a whisk, and it's very simple. We are just going to combine all of the ingredients, all right? There's our pumpkin filling, okay? Remember, this is not pumpkin pie filling. This is pureed pumpkin, and get all that goodness in there, okay? Got that out there. And we have our 3 eggs. Put this aside. Here, this is what we'll do, just to make it easier. Sugar. Okay. And now I have a space here because I like to crack my eggs into a separate container first, okay? Because that will help you keep out any shells. And if there are shells in there, it makes it a lot easier to get them out. So, yeah, instead of cracking them right in the bowl. All right, eggs added. Okay, move this out of the way here. Okay, we also need our yummy, yummy pumpkin pie seasoning. Okay, that's in there. We're also going to need a pinch of salt. Okay, pretty hefty. You want to do about a 1/4 teaspoon. All right, so a hefty pinch, we'll call it. Okay. All right, in addition to that, we are going to need a teaspoon of vanilla. And it's not. There we go. About a teaspoon and a half. That's the type of baker I am. Really, when I was coming up with this recipe, I literally had to make it and write everything down as I was making it. Because I love reading recipes and I love recipes, but when I bake and I cook, I sometimes don't use a recipe. Well, most of the time don't use a recipe. But anyway, okay, all of our ingredients are in there. Just give it a little stir, all right? Break the yolks, give it a stir, like so, okay? Then we're going to switch over to our whisk, and we're just going to make sure that it's combined very, very well, okay? You could use a hand mixer if you'd like, but it's not necessary to get that all out. We just want to make sure that it's well incorporated and mixed very well. Now, at this point, you want to sing to it. Yep, I didn't put that in the ingredient list, but you know me, you gotta sing to your project or they just will not turn out the same. All right, that looks good. Everything is incorporated nice, mixed very, very good. All right, and that is our filling. Simple, isn't it? Very, very simple, right? That's why I like using the store-bought crusts too. We can have this all together, prepped, made, cooked, all within an hour, right? I mean, it's really, really cool. But I am partial to homemade crust too, though. All right. Okay, so now we're going to get our crust out. Oh, this smells so good. It smells like fall. Okay, so now we get our crust out, and we're going to put the filling in the center of the crust, kind of keeping about 1.5 to 2 inches free. Like, you don't want it to spill out there because ultimately we're going to be folding this over. All right, so let's put that in there like so, and kind of like you're putting sauce on a pizza. There we go. Spread it out a little there. All right, and that's about half. Okay, there we go. Nice. All right, I think that's good. Now, at this point, it's totally up to you if you want to make a thicker one. You could add more filling or not. This recipe will make two 2 gelates for you, okay? And here we go. So we have that in there. It's nice and smoothed out. And we're just going to fold this. And this is where the parchment paper comes in handy too, because you can just lift it. And you're just going to fold it over. And don't worry if it breaks. I'm going to show you. Not a problem. Okay. Go there. Fold it over. Fold it over. All the way around. We're going for like a rustic look to this, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Bring it over like that. And bring it over like that. And, oh, did I tell you too? You want to make sure that your crust is at room temperature. Did I forget to say that? I probably did. Well, I mean, you know, if you're making it, it's probably, you know, at room temperature anyway. All right. So now we're going to fold this over. And the most important thing is you don't want your filling leaking out. So if any of your crust broke there, just take your fingers and kind of give it a little crimp, so to speak. Okay? Just like that. Like that. Perfect. And then I'll fix this one over here. Pinch that. Pinch that. Okay. Nice. Let me get my towel. All right. So, it's raw. You don't want to eat raw dough or raw filling.
Live on the edge.
I know you do. I know. All right. So, at this point, we're going to transfer it onto a cookie sheet, just like so. All right. And we're going to bake it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. All right, pop that baby in there. All right, and we'll revisit that in about 30 minutes because we're going to add one little thing to it, okay? So, since we have so much time, let's see, let me set my timer. All right, I think we may have a project for you. We have a gelade, right? So we need something to put it on. I think it would be a great time to make a fall-themed cake stand that's super easy, all right? So come on, let's go make it, all right? All right. I'm going to just sneak back here, okay? All right. Here we go. So, all right. We are going to make a fall-themed cake stand. Now, y'all know how much I love my cake stands. I do collect them. I have a ton of them. Well, not a ton. Probably about 20 or so. And I do like themed ones. I like antique ones. But I didn't have a fall-themed one. So I started thinking, why don't we make one? So for this project, you will need one of these nifty-difty foam pumpkins from the dollar store. As a matter of fact, all the materials for this project came from the Dollar Tree. We're going to make this for about $4. Yeah, we are. Okay. And then you're going to need 2 plates. Now, I chose these. Again, at the Dollar Tree, and I think they look really, really nice. Now, you can, you know, choose them yourself, whatever type you want, but I really think that these look nice. You're going to want one in this size and one in that size. Okay? All right. In addition to that, we'll need some white acrylic paint, a paintbrush, and some hot glue. I have mine heating up right now. And the first thing we're going to do is take off our little stem, and you can just dispose of that. All right, and we're going to take our acrylic glue and put it a little bit in a thing like that. You only need a little bit because I'm going for a whitewashed look. And normally if you're doing a whitewashed look, you would like thin your paint out with a little bit of water. But I really do want the orange to show through a little bit. So I'm using it at full strength, and I'm going to just paint my pumpkin and kind of spread the paint out, if you know what I mean. So we're not thinning the paint, we're using it at, you know, the way that it is, but we're going to keep going over it, over and over and over, until we get that whitewashed look to it, all right? So we're going to continue all the way around. Let's see. This is a new setup. Here, I'm going to hold it like there we go. I tell you what, this definitely beats sitting on the couch and like holding everything up in the air to show you, right? Okay. All right, so we're going to finish that up. And I just happen to have one finish right here. And this is the look that we're going for. And you can see how some of the orange is still showing through. All right, so now we're going to, let's see, this over here. And put this here. All right, so now we're going to attach everything with our hot glue gun, all right? So I found that the easiest way to do this was this. we're going to take our smaller plate and we're going to invert it and put it on the bottom. All right, just like that. Now, you'll see that there's a rim. Now, 9 times out of 10, whatever kind of plate you get is going to have this rim on it, okay? So this is where we're going to put our glue, okay? So we're just going to add glue to it all the way around it. And this is my new hot glue pen. It's pretty cool. This is the first time I've used it. I'm not quite used to it yet. But I'm getting there. I'm getting used to it. It's pretty cool though. I do like it. Like I said, I was trying to find. I said in the last video, I was really trying to find a glue gun that would have like a battery pack on it, you know. And then we're gonna take our pumpkin and we're gonna set it right in the center on the rim. You can see that. Okay, now, next, we can go right ahead. That has to set, but hot glue, you know, takes not that long to set. So we're going to hold the pumpkin and we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it to the pumpkin this time, and we're just going to make a rim all the way around it of hot glue. Oh, it's not coming out. Let me see. See, I'm still getting used to using this. Where's my little... There it is. Okay, so we're going to put it all the way around it. Like so. Alright. Okay, so now, whoops. Okay, now we're going to take our big plate and we're going to keep it upright, like the right side, okay? And we're going to just set it on top. Make sure we're centered. And we are like so. Okay. Turn your glue gun off, set everything aside, and we're done. Set that aside and let it dry, and it is finished. How about that for a quick and easy DIY cake stand for autumn? I thought this was just fantastic. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna head back into the kitchen and see what's going on. All right, I'll see you there. All right, so it's been about a half hour. All right, so at this point, we're gonna take it out of the oven. Ooh, looking good. All right. So, oh, she can smell it. You can't, though. All right. So, at this point, we're going to take our maple syrup, and we're going to use just, about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons full. And we're going to use the maple syrup to brush the crust. All right. Get that all over on the crust, like so. Kind of like, did you ever do an egg wash on a crust? It's kind of similar to that. All right. Nice. Okay. Now, you can leave it like that if you'd like, but we're going to do something a little more special with it. There we go. Okay. And this is where our sanding sugar comes into play. So we're just going to put some sugar on the outside of the crust over the maple syrup that we just put on there. Just like so. Okay, and now we're going to pop this back into the oven for 10 minutes, okay? So your total cooking time will be about 40 minutes, all right? And you just want to look for, like you would a pie. So the center is nice and set, so it doesn't, like, jiggle too much or whatever. But I'll show you whenever we take it out, all right? So you cannot have any type of pumpkin dessert, in my opinion, without some whipped topping. So I just went ahead and made this is so good. It's a maple whipped topping, and it's going to go perfectly with our pumpkin gelate, okay? So to make that, you'll need 1 container or 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. And you're going to put that into a bowl of your stand mixer. Now, you could use a hand mixer too. No worries, okay? I'd recommend not doing it by hand with a whisk, or you'll be doing it for like an hour, all right? So, heavy cream in the bowl. And now we're going to take our maple syrup again, and we're going to add 2 tablespoons to it, okay? And then we're going to add a teaspoon of our pumpkin pie seasoning to it, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to whip that until it gets nice and fluffy and stiff peaks form. That'll be probably about, I'm going to say about 2 minutes or so, okay? Now, I had already done that, so you can see it here. All right, tap that out. And that is our... I saw that!
You didn't see nothing.
And this is our maple whipped cream that is just going to be perfect on top of our pumpkin gelate. So, there you have it. And I guess I'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. All right, I'm going to go back and, put some things away and everything, and I'll see you back in the living room in just a bit, okay? All right, bye. There we go. Okay, and we're back. Yes, we are. All right, everything's back in place. So, that was fun, wasn't it? All right. So, where do we start? Our finished product. Our pumpkin gelate. Looks good, huh? Very, very nice. The whipped cream and the cinnamon are there. Oh, it's okay. So full disclosure, all right, we made 2 of them, and we had some last night. Very good, very, very good. I cut a slice here for you to see. Want to try it? Like, what, a fork, really? Okay. Anyway, so that's a slice of it there, so you can see it, and I just decorated the plate a little bit with some sprinkled ground ginger to give a nice presentation, So, anyway, that was our pumpkin gelate. And you know what? I think another thing that I really, really like about this pastry, it's very... One, it's simple to do, and it's versatile. You can do sweet ones, you can do savory ones, and since they're so easy, like for example, if you make like a recipe of dough, or even buy a package of dough in the store, you can get 2, even 3 galettes out of 1 recipe of dough. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're having a spread for Thanksgiving or something like that, you could do a pumpkin one, you could do a fruit one, you could do a savory one. I have a recipe for a fantastic tomato and cheese galette that is just wonderful. So, once you try this, I think you'll be hooked. All you got to do is Google galette, and hundreds and hundreds of easy recipes to try. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. And the whipped cream, just great. You gotta try it. So, the finishing, to finish our cake stand, all I did was add some glue around the base of the pumpkin, and I put in some moss, and this is reindeer moss here, okay? And I think it really, let's see, I'll show you here, try to hold it straight. And that's our finished autumn DIY cake stand. Pretty cool, huh? Here, let me put it, maybe I can put it back here so you can look at it the whole time. There we go. Put it there. Yeah, pretty nice, huh? I really liked it. It's so funny when I think of like different projects to do, recipes, even DIY projects, when I'm thinking about it in my head, I'm always worried, like, oh my gosh, I hope it comes out. It turns out okay, and I think this one's a keeper. It's pretty cool. Very simple. Looks really nice. I kind of think it looks like farmhouse decor, something like that. I do. I think it looks cool. And the moss adds just that finishing touch to it. So, anyway, I've talked your ears off enough. I really hope you enjoyed the projects that we did today. I really hope you give them a try, and if you do, shoot me over your pictures. You know how much I love to see those, and sometimes we post them on Facebook too. And speaking of Facebook, I'll post all these projects on Facebook tomorrow or the next day, so you can download it and try them out yourself. Thanks so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. If you'd be so kind, please hit the subscribe bell and the notification bell so you know when we have a new video coming out. We're on Facebook, Smokey Steve, Space and Marc. Shoot me a friend request. I accept them all. We're on the Twitter. Our handle is @SmokeySteveA. We're on Instagram, SmokeySteveAndMarc. All of our contact information is listed right below in the description. That would be our email address and our post office box and all that good stuff. If you have any questions on any of the projects we did today, definitely leave them in the comments below, or better yet, shoot me an email, okay? And I'll get back with you. So, once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic week, everybody. And remember, stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, okay? We'll see you next time. Ciao, everybody. Bye.